Well, this is our first pictures and they're fake. Can you imagine a tire fire? And bear with me because I don't want to give the whole video up in 30 seconds. But you can see it's a tire fire and they evacuated the whole site, and the site was evacuated right up until February the 14th when they reported a radiation leak. Up to that point they hadn't been down into that mine since this fire. And so the question is coming up in a little tiny bit of how did they get this picture? And I think that's not going to look very good here in a moment. So if we go over to their site here on channel 13 and type in whip truck, we go over and there's a video I remember a few weeks ago where they were talking about the truck fire in the basement. They said they had not been in that basement since the fire, and that was about the radiation leak. So let's establish that they hadn't been down there since that point.
Underground operations had already been suspended a week and a half ago after a truck caught fire in the underground facility where radioactive waste is housed.
And let's establish that they haven't been down in the mine since they had the announcement of the release on the 14th.
Because of contamination, no one has been underground yet to find out what happened. 9 days before something caused a radiation leak down here, a salt truck caught fire, filling the mine with thick black smoke. More than 80 workers donned emergency gear and were hauled to the surface. Some heroically stayed behind to make sure everyone was out. Department of Energy investigators lauded workers but said it was all preventable. Meanwhile, the quest to find out what caused the massive underground radiation leak about half a mile from the fire site and 9 days after the fire continues. Because of contamination, no one has been underground yet to find out what happened. Probes sent down 2 shafts show there is a safe area where a re-entry team can go. Before that happens, WIP miners will evaluate the integrity of those 2 shafts to make sure that when a crew goes to the bottom, they will be able to get back out.
Now you got to remember that if all he sent down there was a robot looking in the hole, how did he get the picture of the truck? How come they don't have CCTV cameras down there watching everything? How come they didn't go down when it was just smoke originally from a truck fire? How did a truck fire become so dangerous you can't go down half a mile into the ground all of a sudden? And does that really look like a truck fire to you? When you're looking at this picture here, does that really look like a truck fire to you? Think about what you're looking at. Think about the fact they evacuated the mine for 9 days. Think about they're coming out and saying that these were half a mile apart. And think about the fact that they don't explain how they got the picture. They just put it in the video. And there's a link below to this story. And I think it's pretty straightforward that this is not real. They're trying to indoctrinate you. They're trying to get you away from thinking about the truck fire itself, all the smoke. Remember Mama Knox's video. Look at all the smoke that's coming out of that. See all that smoke? Well, that didn't stop. That went on for days and days, folks. Do you think a truck fire that you're looking at now caused all that smoke for days and days? This is what they're implying. This is what they're saying. They're putting this up on their website. Check the link below. Go look at the video yourself. They're faking it. Just like they faked the banana, just like they faked it's as dangerous as an X-ray. You got to think about it. These are the same people that compared radioactive isotopes, ionizing radiation, with flying on a plane, and compared it with natural, normal, insignificant background radiation every time they open their mouths about it. They compare it to dental x-rays. They compare it to chest x-rays. They compare it to licking the charger of an iPhone, for goodness sakes. This is a fake picture. This vehicle did not fill up that mine with smoke. They're trying to distance the two events. Yet you can't distance the fact that you haven't been down in the mine since the fire, right?
Underground operations had already been suspended a week and a half ago after a truck caught fire in the underground facility where radioactive waste is housed.
They're down to the levels of licking your iPhone charger. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to equate radiation exposure to something that you can understand.
Just don't get caught licking the other dude's charger. Bring out your friggin' dick.
Levels no more risky than a chest x-ray.
Are far below some of those in our everyday lives, like from medical x-ray and natural sources.
Or an airline flight.
Of licking your iPhone charger.
This goes out to all the employees at WIP. You guys are something else. I don't know where you come up with that one. I guess you can't use bananas walking in sunshine anymore. The hounds of Fukushima are all over your asses now. Actually, I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to lick my iPhone charger. Because Whip said it's cool.
Licking your iPhone charger.
It's cool. It's a new trend. Everybody gotta do it. You gotta do it once. You gotta pick it up and lick it. Lick your iPhone. Lick your iPhone charger. Lick it good. There's a few clips that are gonna come back and haunt me, I bet you.
Most people will get more radiation exposure from eating bananas than they ever will from this New Mexico repository site.